Well, good morning. It is June 1st, day 25 on the trail for me, and I'm hiking still in New Jersey. I'm gonna hit a little bit in New York today. It was a pretty good night last night. Had trouble getting the temperature right. Woke up sweating under my quilt, so I had to adjust things, and then I didn't really sleep well the rest of the night. Hopefully I'll sleep better tonight. It is going to be again cool and clear today. Sunny. No rain in the forecast. The plan for today is just about 12 trail miles. Like I mentioned last night, you're not officially, you're not supposed to camp except near designated campsites in this area. And there's not a whole bunch of them. So if we're going to hike and camp legally, we either do 12 miles or 24 miles. So probably going to do the 12 with a stop in Unionville for a resupply and a lunch. It looks like there's a good deli in the grocery store. It's got a lot of comments on Far Out. The grocery store is called Horler's, and it's supposed to have a good deli. So we'll see how that goes. And grab, should be there. That's only 7 miles. So we should be there at 10 o'clock or so. Grab something for lunch and maybe pack out something for dinner. And get a few days resupply. And go on from there. Still hiking with Bourbon. And a couple other guys that we've met before. And you've seen before. I've been hiking at about the same pace as us for the past few days. Bear Taco and Wolfman. And I think their plan is roughly the same as ours, at least for today, and I don't know about tomorrow. So, mentioned a couple of women a couple nights ago, and they're sort of on the same pace as us. And it just sort of works out, if you're in this sort of, what would they call it? Choke point? That's not the right word. But, if you sort of get in this pace and in this place, you're going to do the same sort of mileage. And so there's a couple women from, I believe they're from Maine. Nobo Squirrel and Berlioz. It's not named after the composer, I understand, but the cat from the Aristocats. I've never seen that one, so I don't know. All right, so that's the plan for today. And the trail looks like it's supposed to be pretty good. Only one climb, and that'll be later in the day when we're trying to get to the shelter. All right. As always, if I see anything interesting, I'll grab a picture or some video. And here's what the trail looks like right now. trail's taking us through a wetland right now. And on one side, looks like we've got some geese over here. Oh, look at that snake. Oh, there's a couple of snakes down there. Look at that. I know what kind they are. I'm not gonna go find out. Very cool. All right, so that's it for day 25. We ended up pushing a little further. There wasn't good water before the shelter, and so we got a little bit of water. We just happened to, as we were hiking, there was a family and they had some extra. We asked if they had some extra water, and they did. They gave us gave us each about a liter of water, and so we used that. We pushed through up a climb and then down to get to this creek, and are not really stealth camping. We're right out in the open, but we're hoping nobody yells at us. I'm sure we're not the first to do it, and I'm sure we won't be the last. We're not really supposed to camp here, but we weren't going to push another 9 miles to the next legal site. So here we are. Looks like tomorrow will be my last day in New Jersey. New Jersey doesn't last nearly as long as Pennsylvania. I think we'll only be in Jersey for another 12 miles, roughly. And then we cross the border into New York, and I'll say goodbye to New Jersey. So it wasn't too bad so far. I hear that I've got something interesting coming up in New York. There's some interesting features coming up in the hike there. So we'll see how it goes. All right, so a big thank you to Jason Peterson and his family. Jason was in Gator Band with me. He was actually a member of my squad. I should say I was a member of his squad because he was a senior the year I was a freshman, and so we marched together in the same squad back in '95, and I've seen him just a couple of times since then. But I saw him just a few years ago. Maybe it was 2-3 years ago. I saw him at at homecoming weekend with some of his family. He had a couple of his sons with him, and so it was good seeing him. And so I truly appreciate your donation to help me with my adventure, and I hope you're enjoying the content. He asked me a question just today on Facebook, and I had a few moments to get in there and reply to him. So at least I know you're somewhat interested in it. And I appreciate that. It's if you've never known somebody who's done it, you may not know anything about this trail, and it's something else. It's 2,200 miles from Maine to Georgia, and some of the sites can't be beat. So I hope all of you out there are enjoying what I'm bringing forward to you. I know that there's a lot of content out there, and I hope I'm doing an okay job showing you briefly what our great land has to offer. And maybe I get somebody excited about going hiking.
and enjoying the outdoors. All right, as always, if you stuck through to the end, I truly appreciate it. And I will see you again tomorrow on the trail.